Hey, what's up, guys? This is Chris from hairlossfromsteroids.com, and I wanted to talk about a treatment that I get asked a lot about, and that's spironolactone. And this is actually topical spironolactone. Most of them come in either sort of liquid type things or creams. Now, a lot of guys want to know if it will help them prevent hair loss or even like regrow hair and stuff like that. So, real quick on spironolactone, also called Spiro or Spiro. I called it that for a while. Um, it's supposed to block DHT. That's what the average person knows about it. It was a blood pressure medication that was taken orally. But for purposes of hair loss, you would rub it on topically in the areas that are thinning or balding, or the areas that you're trying to regrow hair. Now, real quick, I don't recommend spironolactone. You can go to hairlossfromsteroids.com to see exactly what I take, why I take it, how I use it, and all the clinical research behind it. I have read the clinical research on Spiro. Um, it works in an interesting way, supposedly. And I don't recommend it simply because it has not been effective for me. And I've used a lot of different kinds. I used Dr. Lee, who's actually not doing this stuff anymore because the FDA, or rather DEA, got on his ass about Propecia scripts and stuff like that, prescribing stuff for people actually not seeing them. And, I thought he made really quality products. So he had a 2% Spiro liquid type thing that you would squeeze on, and then he'd also have the lotion too. And I tried both of those several times, and I never got results from either of them. So there's some other stuff I've tried too. Excuse me. Other creams, S5 cream is a popular one out there. I think that one's on Amazon. And other guys have gotten results from this. Or I don't know if they swear by it, but they seem to be pretty enthusiastic about it. And I see it getting recommended a lot. I don't recommend it simply because the only stuff I recommend, I have personally gotten results with. Um, I figure I think most people should do that if they're suggesting stuff because there's a lot of hearsay, a lot of bro science, a lot of frankly illegitimate internet marketing out there where stuff gets suggested because certain people make money off of it when it doesn't really help at all. So Spiro never did anything for me, and I've used very high quality formulas too. The science around it's a little iffy, okay? And correct me if I'm wrong out there, but even though it's an anti-androgen, it behaves in a kind of a different way than you would think. When you rub it on, it doesn't actually kill DHT. I know that's very unscientific. It doesn't kill DHT, inhibit DHT. What it does, supposedly now, is it blocks the receptors that DHT, can attack. So your DHT is actually still floating around near your scalp. But in theory, um, you have these receptors and it will like literally cover them up or something like that. I know, not very scientific, but that is, and correct me if I'm wrong, how it works. Didn't work for me. And I thought originally it was because the carrier wasn't allowing it to penetrate my scalp. But I kept trying it. I tried the highest quality formulas possible, still did nothing. Doesn't mean it's not going to work for you, but the reason I don't recommend it is because of that. But I think the best topical DHT anti-androgen is azelaic acid. It's clinically proven to stop both types of DHT, and I don't just mean block receptors. I mean kill it, inhibit it, deactivate it. Um, so it's like topically, so it's not systematic like Propecia, which will, stop the DHT throughout your whole body, stop the DHT production. This basically kills it in certain areas. And I found that really effective, and that's why I recommend Lipogain these days because it has azelaic acid in it, and it's been working. It's always worked, actually. So if you're trying to decide if these topical DHT treatments will work, it depends on which one it is. Spiro to me, but azelaic acid is definitely legit. So, if you're going to topically inhibit DHT and you aren't using Propecia, I suggest using it, but different topic. Azelaic acid, absolutely. You can buy it as itself, just in like creams, I recommend a certain one on the site that I've used for not the past 2 months. I've been using only Lipogain, but prior to that, when the Perfect Image formulas got canceled, um, that worked really good. And azalea acid again, it's an acne treatment that kills DHT where you have pimples popping up because DHT is largely involved in acne as well. So it definitely works, and it's been studied for a long time. You know, that's my call on Spiro. You can take it, see if it works. If it works for you, by all means, use it. If you were to apply it, put it on, let it dry for however long it takes, and then put minoxidil on after. But I'm sticking with Lipogain. It works, and that's my advice to you. The science around it's a little weird. It doesn't kill the DHT. It covers the receptors that DHT can potentially attach to. So I don't really like that either, because I don't know the half life on it, and I probably should know this kind of stuff, but it's I would think you'd have to have it on your head all the time to take, to prevent that DHT from getting there. But azelaic acid, clinically proven to inhibit 100%, or up to 100% anyway, of both types of DHT. I don't think it obviously, inhibits 100%, but it does a good job. And I know that from experience. So that's what I recommend to you.